yeah, it's kind of off your shoulders a bit. But I think that comes with also, like you said, it's been, your first ever book. Who's
Mm.
to say that you're not going to go on and write so many more? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that probably comes with, like I said, it's your first time kind of doing it and being in that experience. But touching on that first thing you said about, what you enjoyed most about the book, I think the way that you've kind of wrapped it all up, because obviously, when you were talking about the book, like you said, these are your memories tied in with, you know, bits from people that were there, part of the media team, coaching staff, that kind of thing. So pairing the two has really, really worked, and like you say, kind of really encapsulated that them moments, because there's a lot of, as much as I think I know football, or maybe you do, or people that I know think they know football, and we've got this idea. You don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, do you? So to kind of get that insight into, yeah, you know what, it was our most successful period as a football club, but why? Why was it that our most successful? What was it that? Why was Steve McLaren the way that he was? What made him tick? You know, all these things. You've kind of addressed, and like I said, through whether that be player interviews. I know Frank Kudru, he features quite often,
Mm.
and he talks about the changing room and the importance of that. But then the media team talking about the importance of McLaren being a real kind of perfectionist, and not just on tactics, but like in the media as well.
Mm.
So yeah, pairing them two.
Mm.
Um, yeah, you've done a brilliant job.
I
And
think
that's kind
that's.
of
I was just going to say. I think that's kind of like that was part of what I sort of enjoyed about it because I think when obviously like in the last few years kind of working in the industry and like you speak to players and that sort of thing and you kind of as an adult you realize that they're just other adults who are doing a job and albeit they're very privileged and everything like that but every adult has their own insecurities and their own motivations and all that kind of thing and you know that as an adult
yeah,
but obviously it was a time period when I was watching that period as a kid so it was quite strange because I was interviewing these people and trying to like find out as much information as I could. And you kind of like find yourself reversing back to being a kid, going like, Frankie Drew, what was he like? Sort of thing. Like Mark Viduka,
yeah,
what was he like? Like, and you kind of find
yeah,
yourself reversing. And
yeah,
maybe that was kind of what made it kind of exciting to kind of do because I don't know, you kind of like recapture that sort of enthusiasm that you kind of had because at the time they're like your heroes and that sort of thing. They're
yeah.
the
Of
people that you're
course.
looking forward to seeing on a Saturday, and people are kind of doing like unthinkable things for your club. So you do kind of throw yourself into it. And yeah, it was just an exciting and yeah, just really just a really kind of fun thing to like throw myself into. And although the book kind of takes a while to sort of write, I can honestly say that at no point did I get bored with it or think about putting it away, sort of thing, just because I don't know, there was always the next game to kind of focus on, or you'd be going like, oh, right, okay, well, I've got the Carling Cup finals, the next bit that I'm going to be writing. It's like, right,
Yeah,
okay, that means I get to like delve into this a
yeah,
little bit more. So there was always kind of something to kind of keep me interested as well, which was a big plus, really.
yeah. Like you said, that, and then after obviously the Carling Cup, then you've got Europe. So like you said, there was always something, especially when you knew what it was that you were going to be writing about. Writing about the best part of our history. You're never really going to get bored of that, are you? I mean,
Yeah,
you could
no,
relive
exactly.
that thousands of times.